Morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I'm so glad that you could log in with us to hear about our Junie B. Jones book today. We are going to finish reading chapter 5 of Junie B. Jones and the Silly Smelly Bus. And this story, again, was written by Barbara Park. Barbara Park wrote all of the Junie B. Jones books. So if you like Junie B. Jones, you can go ahead and you can find them online. These are some of the different books that there are available from the author. So there's a lot of books. And like I said, I just bought 25 of them. Most of the books are about $5, so they're not too expensive. If you also look on YouTube, you can find other stories where the other readers are reading other books as well. So maybe you don't want to just listen to me read every day. Maybe you would like to listen to someone else read one of the Junie B. Jones books. So today we're going to start reading chapter 5. So far in the story, we have a few characters. We have Junie B. Jones, who's the main character, and she is getting ready to go to kindergarten. Remember, she was afraid of trying to go on the bus. She did not want to go on the bus. And yesterday she went to school and she did not have a great day. She was still getting used to following the rules and using her inside voice. So today we're going to read the chapter Principal. Principal. I wonder who the principal is. And it's funny because we have that question today. That is one of our vocabulary words that we're going to be learning about. A principal. He is the boss. He or she is the boss of the school. Just like at our school, Mr. Lalone is the principal. The principal is someone who runs the school, who is the boss of making sure that everybody is making good choices and doing the right thing. They are the boss of the teachers. They are the boss of the kids. So they're pretty much at school every day to help keep us safe and to help keep us learning. So principal is one of the words that we will hear a lot of times today. So I hope your wiggle fingers are all warmed up because we're going to be using the word principal today. The other word we're going to use is emergency. You might have heard that word. If there is an emergency, that means something serious or unexpected and often dangerous has happened, right? So here's a little picture of someone going in the ambulance after they had an accident. They're having an emergency. And it says the boy had an emergency when he fell off the monkey bars at school, right? If you fall off the equipment, you could get hurt. That would be an emergency. So we're going to hear that word emergency today. Sometimes you might hear your teacher say, is it an emergency, a bathroom emergency? Meaning like, do you have to go to the bathroom really, really bad right now that you'll pee your pants? Or can you wait? A bathroom emergency means that you need to go to the bathroom straight away. And the last word today is gather. Gather means to come together, right? Look at all these friends. It says, friends gather at school each day to learn and play. So they're gathering together to get together. So the three words we're going to listen for is principal, who's the boss of the school. So maybe when you hear principal, you could go like this. He's the boss, right? You could do emergency, like, oh, an emergency is happening. We need to take care of it right now. And gather, come together. So everybody show me. Ready? Let's do some arm movements for our words. Everybody say principal, boss of the school, right? Then we'll do emergency, something serious that happened. And last one is gather, to come together. So we're going to practice those arm movements again once we finish our story for chapter 5 of Junie B. Jones. Look at that. We're almost halfway done with this book, guys. So exciting. Let's see what happens at Junie B. Jones. Chapter 5, Principal. After we left the nurse, we went to the main office. That's where the boss of the school lives. His name is Principal. Principal is a baldy. He talked to us. Then Lucille raised her hand. My brother said that last year he had to come down here and you yelled at him. And now he's not allowed to beat up kids at recess anymore, right? Because sometimes if you make bad choices at school, you have to go see the principal or the boss of the school and tell him what you did. Principal kind of laughed, and then he held the door for us to leave. After that, we walked to the water fountain and Mrs. let us get a drink. I didn't get a long one though, because kids kept tapping on me. Hurry up, girl, they said. Yeah, only guess what? That's not even my name, I told them. Her name is Junie Bumblebee, said Lucille. Then she laughed, but I didn't think it was a very funny joke. After that, Mrs. showed us where the bathrooms were. There's two kinds of bathrooms in our school, a boys' kind and a girls' kind. I can't go in the boys' kind though, because no girls allowed. That's why. Just like at our school, right? We have a bathroom for the girls and we have a bathroom for the boys. I tried to peek my head in there, but Mrs. snapped her fingers at me. Can you snap your fingers? Like, hey, 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 you can't go in there. That's the boys' room. Oh, Junie B. The only boy who got to go into the bathroom was the boy I can beat up. He was jiggling around very much. Then he started running all over the place and he was holding the front of his pants. Uh-oh, I think he has to go to the bathroom really bad. William, said Mrs., are you having an emergency? There's that word emergency. So they are talking about a bathroom emergency. If you look carefully here at the picture, the little boy is getting ready to go potty. He has to go potty really, really bad, and he's jumping around and he's jumping around and he's having a bathroom emergency. Then William yelled, yes, and he ran right in there. The rest of us walked back to our room. I touched Lucille's fingernails. She said that fingernail polish is named Very, Very Pet Berry. I would like to have some fingernail red too, I said, but I'm only allowed to have the kind of polish that makes them look shiny. Its name is clear. Clear is the color of spit. I hate clear, said Lucille. Me too, I told her. And I also hate yellow, which is the color of the silly, smelly school bus. Lucille nodded her head. My brother said when you ride home on the bus, kids pour chocolate milk on your head. Oh no. One more reason for Junie B. Jones to not want to go on the bus. Then all of a sudden, my stomach felt very squeezy. There's one of our words from the first day inside, because I had to ride the bus home from school. That's why. Yikes. They just told her that when her brother rode the bus, they dumped chocolate milk on his head. So now Junie B. Jones is not going to want to go home on the bus because she does not want chocolate milk on her head. Why did you have to tell me that, Lucille? I said, kind of grouchy. After we got back to room 9, we did some more work. It was a game to help us learn each other's names. I learned Lucille, and also a girl named Charlotte, and another girl named Grace. And then I learned a boy named Ham, which we eat at Grandma Miller's. Pretty soon, Mrs. clapped her hands real loud at me. So when the teacher wants to get everybody's attention, she says, class. She claps her hands together. Okay, everyone, gather up your things. It's almost time for the bell. Then I heard a noise in the parking lot. It was the screechy brakes. And so I looked out the window and I saw the school bus. It was coming to get me. Oh no, I said kind of loud. Now I'm going to get chocolate milk poured on my head. And then I chewed on my fingers. She's getting nervous. Get in line, said Mrs. When we get outside, I want all of my bus students to come with me. The rest of you must go with the crossing guard. Everyone was lining up. I was the very last one. So can you imagine that in your head, right? When we're lining up to leave at the end of the day in our classroom, all of the car riders and the walker, or all the car riders and the daycare go with Mrs. Mueller, and all the bus riders come with us. So they're getting ready to line up, and Junie B. Jones is the last person in line at the door. Just then the bell rang and Mrs. marched out the door. Then everybody else marched out too, except guess what? I didn't. Uh-oh. End of the chapter. Chapter 6 tomorrow. So Junie B. Jones decided she was not going to leave school. She did not want to go on that bus. What do you think would happen? Let's talk about that for a minute. What do you think would happen if you were lining up to go home from school and all the other kids left the classroom and left you in the classroom all by yourself? It would be dark in there, wouldn't it? There'd be no lights on. It'd be quiet. Maybe it would be a good thing. Maybe it would be a bad thing to be in there all by yourself. Oh no, we're gonna have to find out what happens to Junie B. Jones tomorrow when we finish chapter 6. Okay, so you guys, before we go, let's do our vocab words one more time. Everybody say gather, right? gather together. An emergency, oh, something bad that happened, right? That we have to keep being careful about. And the last one is principal, the boss of the school. Junie B. Jones said that his principal had no hair. He was all bald, no hair. All right, guys. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.